Hi, this is Marcy Jellison with Voice Tip for the Week. Today I'm going to talk about the use of the eyes, eye focus. It's an amazing tool for the singer for two reasons. For one reason, you can define your piece of music using the eyes, giving the audience a guide as they're listening to you. And the other thing is that it really helps you memorize and feel as if you really own what you're singing as you're learning not only to sing the piece of music, but to tell the story. So very often when a singer is performing, you're on stage and you're looking out at the audience, and there you are. So what happens, many times people are self-conscious and they want to close their eyes and stay very quiet to themselves. Because that sort of feels safe. Or they will open their eyes like the deer in the headlight and be kind of full of tension and not quite know what to do, and that makes the audience uncomfortable, and after a while you become uncomfortable too. So you want to bring some consciousness to how you're going to use your eyes when you're singing. So like everything else when we're exercising, you want to relax first. So let me introduce a few relaxation exercises and then some very specific uses for the eye focus when you're performing. So starting with the relaxation exercises, this is taken from yoga. What you want to do is make the eyes very squinchy and small, and then release, and then open very wide, and then release. Again, squinch very closely, release, and open wide, and release. Next, what we're going to do is the clock exercise, starting looking way up to the ceiling, so that would be 12, and you want to trace the numbers on the clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then relax, create some heat by rubbing your hands together. Place them gently over your face, over your eyes, and allow the muscles to relax. And then let's do the same clock exercise, but we will do it counterclockwise. So we go up to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, and then you're done with that. You can also repeat the heat exercise and relax your hands over your muscles of the eyes, over your face, and that kind of feels like a little velvet relaxation for the eye muscles. You'll begin to really notice something different in your face when you do that. Let's do one more using the clock idea, going way up to 12 and down to 6, way up to 12 and down to 6, then find the center of the clock, go over to 3, and then to 9, to 3, to 9, and the center again. And see how that feels. I feel a lot of relaxation, a lot of stimulation around my eyes when I do that. So the next phase after you've relaxed, then we can begin to use the eyes in an effective way for singing. Very often what happens when people are unconscious about what they're doing with their eyes and face is that they will kinesthetically describe the melody that they're singing using their face. The eyebrows go up for high notes and down for low notes. The face goes up and down. For instance, if you were singing the Star Spangled Banner, it might look like this. Oh, say, can you see? So you're way up and down, which doesn't work really in performance, and it represents too much unfocused use of your face. So let's see what you can do instead. So here's my tip. First of all, see if you can find the horizon line and float your eyes across the horizon. Sometimes I literally imagine the ocean and I'm looking all across the sea, across the room. And do that in a nice, relaxed way. And just with your eyes. You'll notice that when I'm doing that, it appears as if I'm thinking something. Watch. Now, if I do the same movement of eyes pressed side to side, but I move my head, it appears as if I'm looking for something. So those are two very different choices. When you're singing, it's very helpful to use the idea of thoughts. What's going on in my inner life? And how can the audience know what's going on in my inner life? So when there's an introduction, for example, and you let your eyes shift from side to side across the horizon, it's as if you're thinking the character's thoughts. And right before you sing, if you let your eyes rest at one point, release the abdomen, and then sing into that one focus point, it's as if you've been thinking about something, then you know what you're thinking about, and suddenly you have a focus point for your opening line in the song. Instead of just waiting for your introduction and then suddenly gulping and going to sing. So this sort of sets you up. It sets the audience up. They're interested in you, and you're more relaxed as you go about your piece of music. So this is what I like to do. I like to think of 3 points on that horizon. I'll find one to one side, one to the middle, and one to the other side. And I'll focus my piece of music on those 3 points. I'll use one focus point for each phrase, and that will help me prevent myself from doing eyebrows up for high notes and face down for low notes. For example, I might shift my eyes during the introduction, land in one spot and sing, "Somewhere over the rainbow." Then I'll release my abdomen, that's my air intake, shift my eyes, way up high, release the abdomen, shift the eyes again, "There's a land that I heard of," shift my eyes again, "Once in a lullaby." And there I've defined several phrases in a piece of music. And that helps you center yourself, and it helps the audience come into your story. Give that a try. Does that make sense to you? I'll write more about it in my blog, so visit me at marcyjellisonvoice.com, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.